Fiscal, who was a judge best turned out, is still out of the gate. And the Counter Glow is another, still out of the starting stalls. Old Pal is another, and it looks as though it's that 3. No, it's 4. The filly Mary Fildus is back a little further behind the line. Old Pal's gone in now. Alabaster Kia, sponsored by Emirates. Second leg of the Triple Crown for 3 years old in the UAE, and of course the main dress rehearsal for the Derby on World Cup night. And they're all in. Gates fly, racing. Mary Fildus on the outside came out awkwardly and prepared. Dropped back shortly after the break. Kinglet 2 is going back shortly after the start. Mary Fildus picked herself up and she's going to reprise her role in the Oaks. She rolls to the lead on the turn out of the straight. Spoil the Fun goes up to be second, goes looking for the rail. MICKDAAM is third on the fence. A length away Cash Luck and Counter Glow out wide as they go past the 1500 metres mark. Another length and a half to Surfer on the outside of Norzabil. 2 lengths to Fiscal, who's deep, followed by Energy at Dust. Old Pal, the red colours on the rail. A length and a half to Prepared. Matusalem is second last, and Kinglet is a length away at the rear of the field as they left the first 400 behind in 26.6. And Mary Fildus takes them past the 1100 metres mark, leading by 2 lengths over Spoil the Fun, and they've raced 8 in front of Counter Glow, who's going to third. MICKDAAM is a neck away. He's running fourth on the rail. A length and a quarter to Surfer on the outside of Cash Luck. Fiscal still 3 deep as they go to the 850. Norzabil 1 away from the rail. 3/4 to Old Pal, then Energy at Dust and Prepared. Kinglet is second last. He's being ridden along. He's got a lot to do. Matusalem on his outside. Mary Fildus 2 in front, going past the 600 metres peg. They ran 800 in 50.2 and 1200 in 114.9. And on the turn for home, Mary Fildus in front. Spoil the Fun comes to the outside. So does MICKDAAM. So does Counter Glow. Surfer a length away and Cash Luck behind them. MICKDAAM hit the front. 300 to go. Counter Glow's going after him. Surfer's moved to third, and then Spoil the Fun. MICKDAAM's in front. 150 left to run. Counter Glow's come to the end of it. Surfer's battling away, but MICKDAAM promised to do more as he stepped up in trip, and he's delivered. MICKDAAM wins the Alabaster Kia. Surfer second, Counter Glow third, Prepared fourth. Then Spoil the Fun, Cash Luck. Kinglet got going late, was never a winning chance. Followed by Energy at Dust, Matusalem, Norzabil. Mary Fildus got very weary, but finished in front of Old Pal and Fiscal. MICKDAAM, written by Christophe Simeon, has won the Alabaster Kia, has relished the step up to 1900 metres, and now cements for himself a place amongst the favourite runners for the UAE Derby on Dubai World Cup night. MICKDAAM, number 1. Christophe Simeon is first. Number 8, Surfer, maintains his crown as the best maiden in the country. He's run second, ridden by Richard Mullen, and Counter Glow is third, ridden by Frankie Dettori. 1, 8 and 7. Prepared is fourth. Spoil the Fun, fifth. And Cash Luck has run sixth. 1, 8, 7, 12, 13 and 2 after the Alabaster Kia, sponsored by Emirates. Well, Kinglet got back, but didn't do a great deal by comparison to his recent efforts, particularly his 2,000 guineas win. MICKDAAM raced on the fence in 4th spot. Frankie Dettori on Counter Glow and Christophe Simeon on MICKDAAM were content to let the leading pair go, Mary Fildus and Spoil the Fun, who chased, and Spoil the Fun's done a good job to hang on and run 5th. They loomed up shortly after they turned for home. MICKDAAM got to the front, but looked as though he had a fight on his hand as Counter Glow loomed alongside. I think, but Counter Glow has been found out by the trip. And Surfer has battled on particularly well to take second at the end. Having his 9th start, he's still a maiden, but geez, run some good races. Counter Glow battling on for third. Prepared's made good ground over the concluding stages, coming from back in the field to run 4th. Spoil the Fun battling on for 5th after chasing Mary Fildus. And Cash Luck too has battled away, but MICKDAAM, well, nothing can be taken away from him. Everything was made to suit the fence, the distance, the ride, and he has duly delivered. MICKDAAM is by DWCC from Rebo's Guest, a 3 years old, a bay colt, raced by Sheikh Mohammed bin Khalifa Al Maktoum, trained by Mike de Kock and ridden by Christophe Soumillon. For Christophe, his 8th win of the carnival, and for Mike, his 9th. Surfer second by Distorted Humour, trained by Satish Simar, ridden by Richard Mullen. And Counter Glow by Echo of Light, trained by Mahmoud El Zarouni and ridden by Frankie Dettori. Prepared fourth, 2 1/4 lengths the winning margin at the end. A length and a half, split second and third, 3/4 away the fourth. 2 1/4, 1 1/2, 3/4. At the time 1:59.76, 1:59.76. The track record for the 1900 metres distance is held by Capone at 1:56.08. But that record will probably, that's the record showing in the book, but in all likelihood that record will be negated following Capone's disqualification during the week. So a new record time will have to be found, and tonight MICKDAAM has run 1:59.76. So MICKDAAM has lived up to the rap, he's delivered, and he has won the El Bastakia.
Well, a good performance from MICKDAAM, gets the job done really, really well there. And as Terry said in commentary, he's a horse who's promised so much once stepped up in trip, and that's clearly what's happened here. Very, very progressive sort, and certainly looks a horse going places. He was trained in the UK by Richard Fahey last season, who I'm sure would have been watching this from Moulton, and I'm sure he'll be cheering home the winner. And he actually won a race at York, and it's how he had to upset. I mean, Richard Fahey used to train him, so I'm sure he'd have been, quite pleased to see this horse sort of progress.
Yeah, for Richard Fahey to have sent this horse to Newmarket for his debut at the July meeting was pretty eye-catching. Took him, then he's really disappointed at Goodwood, but a lot of horses do.
OK, trophy presentation now being made to the winning owners, Sheikh Mohammed bin Khalifa Al Maktoum, and that's Khalid Al Haddad, who's the district manager for Sharjah and the Northern Emirates of Emirates, and he'll be giving the trophy to the winning trainer and jockey. As he said, a good win for Mike de Kock. That's his 9th success, as I said, for the carnival, but his 4th win in the El Bastakia. And I wonder where he would sort of put this. There is a man there. Jason, I wonder where he would put this with the likes of Asiatic Boy and Honor Devil, this MICKDAAM. Do you think he'd be as good as those two?
It's interesting. This is the only one of his winners that's actually bred in the Northern Hemisphere. It's just a different type of horse, and he's always said, he's tied to improve with time and distance. That has been the case so far, most definitely.
And there's Christophe Soumillon, an 8th winner for him. Got some really nice rides later on the card as well.
And I'd imagine Mike and the owner are particularly pleased to have defended Asiatic Boy's only horse to have won the UAE Triple Crown record.
Yeah, so Mike de Kock and Christophe Soumillon, I'm sure, will be smiling for a few photographs in that winners' enclosure, having, of course, been successful with MICKDAAM, who was a very, very impressive winner of the UAE Derby. OK, well, she is now talking, Nora, to the winning trainer, Mike de Kock.
He is indeed. Well done, Mike. You've always said this horse would improve for the step up in trip, so it's proved.
Yeah, didn't you believe me?
Of course we did.
Yeah, no, he's got that scope in his pedigree, and you could see he was really only doing his best work towards the death last time. And I think his horse had actually probably going to go a mile and a half, and he'd be quite effective at that trip, I think.
He seems to have improved in other ways as well since he was over in the UK.
Yeah, he looks really well, and he's I think he's a May foal, so he probably was a little immature last year. But I think the sun in his back here has done him a world of good. He started to grow. He really has put on a bit of muscle.
I won't ask you about all your runners later because we'll be here forever, but Masir is a very hot favourite. How's he been since we saw him last?
Sure, no, he's been doing well. I'm of the opinion that he's probably at his best trip at a mile, and that's why we've elected to go here. But yeah, he needed a bit of a freshen up, which we were able to give him because we had 5 weeks between the races. So he's freshened up nicely, and he's coming into this race really fresh and happy.
You've also got Bold Silvano, your big World Cup hope, I still assume. Is that the case?
Yeah, he would be. But he'd have to show tonight that he's good enough to be taking his place in the World Cup. I'm very happy with the preparation he's had. he's done everything we've asked from him. There hasn't been a day that we've had a doubt or done something that we didn't want to do with him. So we'll see if he's good enough.
And you ran 3 in the Jebel Hatter. Mutahadi's the favourite. Another horse has improved beyond recognition this year.
He's an unbelievable horse. He's, we really don't know how good he is, but he is very, very fragile. He has, multiple problems, and he's not a horse you can really get after in work, and so it's hard to get any confidence with him. But if the Mutahadi that's had raced the last twice steps up today, he'll be a huge runner.
I should also ask you about Viscount Nelson, because I know you own a part of him. How's he been since last time?
Well, they went so slow last time, it was hard to make any deduction or any conclusion, draw any conclusions in the race. Look, I think he'll go 1.5 miles. The owners think he might be stretched at 1.5 miles, but what the hell, let's see. He's a smart horse. He's run over 10 furlongs, a hard 10 furlongs at Sandown, and ran very well in the Eclipse. So, I don't see any reason why he shouldn't. But again, you never know until the race.
Good to talk to you. Best of luck later.
Thanks very much.